Chosen one, God is funding you right now. Your future has been saved. Listen carefully, because this moment carries something precious that you must not miss. I am speaking to you now because what is happening around your life is not random, and it is not late. I am funding what you thought was impossible, and I am restoring what you believed had already slipped away. If you ignore this moment, you may overlook the very blessing that has already begun moving toward you. When I say that I am funding you right now, it means I am personally providing what your strength alone could never create. I see every closed door that discouraged your heart, and every night you wondered how your future would survive. I watched the quiet battles where you kept walking even when your energy was nearly gone. Now I am stepping in to supply what your life needs, so your destiny will not collapse. You have felt pressure, delay, and confusion because the path in front of you looked empty. Yet, while you thought nothing was happening, I was already preparing resources, people, and opportunities that will sustain your tomorrow. My provision is not only money or material things. I am funding your peace, your courage, your protection, and the doors that will open when the time arrives. Write Amen in the comments as a sign that you receive this promise. I know the seasons where you felt forgotten. I saw you counting your last options while wondering how the next step could even exist. The truth is that your future was never abandoned. I have been quietly protecting it while shaping the road you will soon walk. Many around you may not understand why your story continues despite the obstacles. They see the struggle, but they do not see my hand guiding your path. They only measure what they see today, while I measure the purpose that still waits ahead. What I am building in your life will not collapse because it does not depend on human approval. Right now I am restoring possibilities that seemed lost. I am rebuilding confidence where disappointment once lived. I am bringing stability where fear once whispered that everything would fall apart. When I say your future has been saved, I mean the story you feared was ending is actually just beginning. You may not feel wealthy or secure today, but heaven has already approved the supply for what you are called to do. I am preparing the moments where your effort and my provision will meet. When that moment arrives, you will understand why every delay had meaning. This is why you must listen closely and hold this truth in your heart. Doubt has tried many times to convince you that nothing would change. Yet doubt does not see the work I am doing beyond your sight. If this word brings peace to your spirit, take a moment to like the video so this light can reach another heart that needs encouragement today. The funding I bring is not temporary help that disappears tomorrow. It is the steady provision that supports your purpose, step by step. I am placing strength inside you so that when the door opens, you will not shrink back from it. You will walk forward knowing that I prepared both the path and the resources for the journey. Some blessings arrive suddenly, and others grow quietly like seeds beneath the soil. Your life contains both kinds of miracles. There will be moments where everything shifts quickly, and you will recognize my hand clearly. There will also be quiet seasons where growth happens slowly while your faith deepens. Right now you stand in a transition between struggle and restoration. You have already walked through the hardest part, where your hope was tested. The road ahead will still require courage, but it will not carry the same weight of uncertainty. Comment 777 if you believe that God is guiding your future. I want you to understand something important about the way I provide. My provision often begins inside your spirit before it appears around your life. First, I strengthen your heart, so fear can no longer control your decisions. Then, I open the opportunities that match the courage I placed within you. This is why the pressure you felt was not wasted. Those moments were shaping the resilience that your future requires. When your blessing begins to unfold, you will carry wisdom that could not have been learned in comfort alone. The world may measure success through quick results and visible rewards. My way is different because I build foundations that will endure long after temporary victories fade. What I am funding in your life is not only your present survival, but the legacy that will grow from your obedience. You may look at your circumstances today and still see unfinished pieces. That is normal because the story is still unfolding. I am continuing to place the right elements in your path so that your future becomes stronger than the challenges you faced. Every time you chose faith instead of bitterness, something powerful was happening within your destiny. Every time you stood up after disappointment, you were moving closer to the moment where my provision becomes visible. Nothing you endured has been ignored. I am guiding the right connections toward your life. I am aligning situations that will bring the help you once thought was impossible. Some of these changes will happen quietly, while others will arrive in ways that surprise even you. Do not rush ahead of my timing because provision and purpose must arrive together. When they meet, you will recognize that the waiting season was preparing everything perfectly. Trust that the resources you need are already moving closer. What if a tiny 7-second brain ritual could erase your debt and open the door to real abundance? A leaked CIA document has revealed a simple 7-second method, now helping everyday people get out of debt and draw in wealth. Tested by 4 leading neuroscience labs, this easy home practice is turning money problems into better lifestyles. People are getting new homes, cars, and travel experiences. But this information could be removed at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. Your future is not fragile the way fear tried to convince you. It is protected by the promise that I placed over your life before you even understood your calling. What I begin, I also sustain. Many times you tried to solve everything alone. You carried responsibilities that felt heavier with each passing day, and there were moments when exhaustion whispered that you should simply give up. Yet even in those silent battles, I was strengthening you in ways you could not see. What felt like endless pressure was also preparing you to handle the blessing that is approaching. There are seasons when my provision moves quietly beneath the surface. You may not see dramatic change at first, but behind the scenes, I am aligning the circumstances that will support your next step. Every delay that frustrated you was also protecting you from paths that would have drained your strength. I was shaping a direction that would sustain your future rather than weaken it. Comment 333 to declare your faith. When you hear that I am funding you, understand that I am restoring the stability that fear tried to steal from your heart. You have spent long periods worrying about whether your plans would collapse. You wondered if the dream you carried was simply too fragile to survive the obstacles in front of you. Yet the dream was never dependent on human certainty because it was placed within you by my purpose. I am guiding resources toward your life with precision. Some will arrive through opportunities that appear suddenly, and others will grow slowly through connections that develop over time. What matters is that every part of this provision is being prepared intentionally. Nothing that I place in your path will be accidental or meaningless. The future you worried about has not been abandoned. I have been guarding it carefully while strengthening your character for the journey ahead. I allowed certain challenges to appear because they revealed how resilient your spirit truly is. The strength you discovered during those trials will now become the foundation that supports your next chapter. There will be moments ahead when you look back and finally understand why the struggle lasted so long. The waiting season was not punishment, but preparation. If the blessing had arrived earlier, you might not have been ready to carry it with wisdom. Now your heart has grown deeper and your perspective has become clearer. The funding I bring does not only support your dreams, it also protects your peace. You have experienced days where anxiety tried to dominate your thoughts. I am replacing that unrest with quiet confidence so that you can walk forward without fear controlling your steps. In the coming days, you may begin to notice small changes first. Doors that once stayed closed may open just enough to show possibility. Conversations may appear that lead to unexpected direction. These moments are not coincidences because they are part of the provision I have already released. Sometimes my miracles do not arrive as loud announcements. They come as steady guidance that moves your life forward, step by step. When you remain attentive, you will see how every small development connects to the larger purpose I am building. You may still question whether such provision can truly reach your life. Doubt often speaks loudly when the past has been filled with disappointment. Yet the past does not control what I have decided for your future. I am not limited by what failed before. Your perseverance has already opened doors that discouragement could never unlock. Each time you continued despite uncertainty, your faith was growing stronger than the obstacles around you. That faith is now becoming the pathway through which my provision flows. There are people who will enter your life at the right moment to support your progress. Some will offer guidance that clarifies your direction. Others will bring opportunities that expand what you thought possible. These connections are being aligned carefully because the journey ahead is not meant to be walked alone. Comment 1010 to show that you trust this path. I want you to remember something important during this transition. Provision is not only about receiving something from outside, it also involves recognizing the strength and wisdom I have already placed within you. Many answers you seek will appear when you begin trusting the abilities that were quietly growing during your difficult seasons. Your future contains work that will bless others as well as yourself. The resources I bring will allow you to build something meaningful rather than temporary success. What you create through my guidance will carry impact that continues far beyond the present moment. There were times when your confidence nearly disappeared. The weight of repeated challenges made it seem as if progress was impossible. Yet every setback you endured was shaping your understanding of perseverance. That understanding will now guide you through opportunities that require courage. You are not standing at the end of your story, you are standing at the entrance of a new chapter where my provision becomes visible. The journey ahead will still require effort and faith, but you will not walk through it empty-handed. I am strengthening your vision so that you can recognize the doors I open. When those doors appear, step forward with trust rather than hesitation. The same hand that prepared the opportunity will also sustain you as you move through it. There will be moments when the changes feel almost unbelievable. After so much struggle, sudden progress may seem unfamiliar. In those moments, remember that the blessing is not random luck. It is the result of preparation that has been happening quietly for a long time. Your perseverance has already proven that you are capable of continuing, even when the road becomes difficult. That resilience will now carry you through a season where growth replaces stagnation. The future I preserved for you is beginning to unfold. I am not only funding your plans, I am restoring your sense of direction. Confusion will gradually give way to clarity as the right opportunities become visible. When clarity arrives, you will realize that the path ahead is stronger than you once imagined. Could a CIA-revealed brain ritual be the quickest path to a life of luxury? Newly uncovered CIA research has exposed a powerful brainwave method that is helping ordinary people attract wealth almost immediately. This 7-second at-home ritual, verified by 4 neuroscience labs, is shifting people from debt to dream houses, cars, and trips. If you are seeing this, you are fortunate because this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments to learn the secret before it is gone. Do not allow old fears to convince you that progress will disappear. The foundation of this new season is built on purpose rather than temporary circumstances. What I establish will continue to grow as long as you remain faithful to the direction I reveal. Stay patient while the remaining pieces fall into place. The timing of my provision is careful because it ensures that every step supports the next one. Soon, you will see how the road ahead connects perfectly with the lessons you have already learned. Your future was never meant to collapse under the weight of your challenges. It was always meant to rise through perseverance and trust. Now, the provision that sustains that future is already moving closer to your life. You have spent seasons feeling as though every step required more effort than the last. There were days when the path felt narrow and uncertain, and the weight of responsibility pressed heavily on your spirit. Yet every step you continued to take was proof that your strength had not disappeared. Even when your confidence felt small, your willingness to keep moving forward allowed my purpose to keep unfolding. Provision often begins with restoration inside the heart. I am renewing your confidence so that you can recognize the opportunities that appear around you. Without this inner strength, even the greatest blessing could pass by unnoticed. That is why I first rebuild your courage before revealing the doors that will change your direction. The funding I bring is not only meant to repair the damage left by struggle, it is meant to expand your life beyond the limits you once believed were permanent. The obstacles that once blocked your progress will soon become reminders of how far you have come. Your journey is moving from survival toward stability, and from stability toward purpose. Comment 222 if you believe God is working in your life. I know there were moments when you questioned whether your efforts truly mattered. You wondered if the dream you carried was simply too distant to reach. But what you could not see was how each step of perseverance was strengthening the foundation of your future. I was guiding your path, even during the times when progress seemed invisible. Sometimes the greatest preparation happens in silence. During the quiet seasons when you felt overlooked, your character was being shaped in ways that would sustain the blessings ahead. Patience, humility, and resilience were growing inside you while you waited for answers. Those qualities will now become the strength that carries you through the opportunities that are approaching. I am aligning circumstances that will bring growth rather than confusion. The connections that appear in your life will begin to support your purpose instead of distracting you from it. You may meet people who offer guidance, encouragement, or partnership that strengthens your journey. These moments will not be accidents because they are part of the provision I am releasing. There will also be changes in the way you see yourself. The voice of doubt that once whispered, discouragement will lose its power as confidence begins to rise again. I am replacing the fear that held you back with clarity that moves you forward. When your mind becomes peaceful, you will recognize possibilities that once seemed hidden. The blessing unfolding in your life will not arrive as chaos or confusion. It will come with a sense of order and direction that reveals my hand guiding each step. You will begin to see how different pieces of your journey connect together with purpose. What once felt scattered will slowly form a clear path ahead. The resources I provide may appear through many different channels. Some will arrive through opportunities that allow your talents to grow. Others will appear through guidance that shows you a new direction worth pursuing. What matters is that every part of this provision will strengthen the life you are building. Remember that I do not measure your worth by the speed of your progress. Your journey has value because it reflects perseverance and faith. The patience you learned during difficult seasons will now protect you from rushing into choices that do not align with your purpose. Wisdom will guide you as new possibilities open before you. Comment 555 to declare your faith. You may notice that the heaviness you once carried is beginning to lift. That weight was never meant to remain with you forever. It existed for a season that shaped your understanding and strengthened your spirit. Now a new season is emerging where hope becomes stronger than fear. In the coming days, there will be moments that remind you that your future is no longer uncertain. A conversation may bring clarity where confusion once existed. An opportunity may appear that reveals a new direction for your work or calling. These changes may seem small at first, but each one is part of the larger movement I am creating. Do not underestimate the power of steady progress. Many great transformations begin quietly before they become visible. The small steps you take today will eventually become the milestones that mark your growth. When you look back later, you will see how each moment of faith moved you closer to the life you were meant to live. I am guiding you toward a future where your experiences become sources of wisdom. The struggles you endured will allow you to understand others who face similar battles. In this way, your story will not only bless your own life, but also encourage those who feel lost in their own journey. The funding I bring is meant to sustain your purpose for the long road ahead. It will not disappear when circumstances change because it is rooted in something deeper than temporary success. My provision grows stronger when it is used with humility and gratitude. As your life begins to stabilize, you will discover new strength within yourself. The courage you once struggled to find will become a natural part of your daily steps. You will approach opportunities with confidence because you know you are not walking alone. I want you to remain attentive during this time of transition. Sometimes the greatest blessings appear quietly before they become obvious. When you stay open to my guidance, you will recognize the doors I place in front of you. Each door will lead to new growth and deeper understanding. The path ahead may still include moments of challenge, but those moments will no longer feel overwhelming. You now carry the wisdom gained from every trial you have already overcome. That wisdom will help you move forward with steadiness rather than fear. Your future was never meant to disappear beneath the weight of hardship. It was always meant to rise through perseverance and trust. The work I am doing in your life is ensuring that your story continues with strength rather than uncertainty. Is it actually possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial hardship into sudden prosperity? A leaked CIA-backed study introduces a short money ritual that is already changing lives. Approved by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to pull money toward you. People who were once struggling are now living their ideal lives with luxury homes, new vehicles, and travel. But this information may not stay online. Click the description and comments now before it is permanently removed. Continue walking with patience because every step still matters. I am guiding the direction of your journey even when the road bends in ways you did not expect. The funding I promised is already shaping the future that once felt impossible. Soon, you will see how the seasons of waiting were preparing you for something greater. The stability that once seemed distant will begin to take root in your life. When that moment arrives, you will realize that your perseverance allowed the blessing to reach you. You once looked ahead and saw only obstacles. Every direction seemed blocked, and you wondered how your plans could ever survive the pressure you were facing. Yet even during those moments when hope felt distant, I was protecting the future you could not yet see. The doors that seemed permanently closed were only delayed, so the right timing could arrive. The season you are entering will feel different from the one you left behind. Instead of constant resistance, you will begin to notice movement and possibility. It may not appear all at once, but step by step, you will recognize how the direction of your life is shifting. The heaviness that followed you for so long will slowly lose its hold. Comment 999 to affirm your faith in God's guidance. Your perseverance has created space for this transformation to begin. Every moment when you chose to keep going instead of surrendering to discouragement allowed my purpose to keep growing in your life. The strength you discovered during those difficult days will now guide you through opportunities that require courage. There were nights when you wondered if your dreams were simply too fragile to survive reality. You questioned whether the effort you invested would ever lead to stability. But what you did not realize was that those same struggles were shaping a deeper understanding of patience and endurance. That understanding will now support the blessings that are approaching. The funding I bring is designed to sustain your future rather than provide temporary relief. It will appear through opportunities that allow your abilities to grow and your confidence to return. You may find yourself stepping into roles or responsibilities that once felt far beyond your reach. These moments are not accidents because they are part of the preparation I have been guiding all along. You will also begin to see changes in the way you think about your own potential. Doubt once tried to define your limits, but now clarity will replace that uncertainty. As your mind becomes peaceful, your decisions will become stronger and more focused. This clarity will help you recognize the paths that lead toward growth rather than confusion. Many people around you may not understand why your life is beginning to move in a new direction. They may only remember the seasons when struggle seemed constant. Yet the transformation you are experiencing does not depend on their understanding. It comes from the purpose I placed within you long before the difficulties began. The connections that appear in your life during this time will carry meaning. Some individuals will offer wisdom that helps you navigate unfamiliar territory. Others will bring opportunities that expand what you once believed possible. These relationships are part of the provision I am releasing, so your journey continues with support. Comment 1515 if you trust that God is leading your future. I want you to remain patient as these changes begin to take shape. Great transformations rarely arrive in a single moment. They unfold gradually, allowing your strength and confidence to grow alongside the opportunities that appear. Each step forward will prepare you for the next one. There may still be moments when old fears attempt to return. The memory of past disappointments can sometimes whisper that progress will disappear. But remember that your future is not controlled by what once failed. The foundation of this new season is built on perseverance and faith. When you look back later, you will see how every experience you endured contributed to the strength you now carry. The lessons learned during hardship will protect you from choices that could weaken your progress. Wisdom born from struggle often becomes the greatest source of stability. Your story will eventually become a source of encouragement for others who feel trapped by their own circumstances. They will see how perseverance and faith allowed you to move beyond the obstacles that once seemed permanent. In this way, your journey will carry meaning far beyond your own life. The funding I provide will not always appear in ways that the world expects. Sometimes it will arrive through quiet opportunities that allow steady growth rather than sudden success. These quieter blessings often create the strongest foundations because they develop gradually and last longer. You may also discover talents and abilities within yourself that were hidden during seasons of struggle. As new opportunities appear, these gifts will begin to emerge naturally. The confidence you gain from using them will strengthen your sense of purpose. Remember that I am guiding your steps, even when the road turns in unexpected directions. Not every change will feel comfortable at first, but each one will lead toward growth and understanding. Trust that the direction unfolding before you has been prepared with care. The stability you once longed for is beginning to take root. You may not yet see the full harvest of what is growing, but the seeds have already been planted. With patience and faith, those seeds will continue to develop into something strong and lasting. Do not allow comparison with others to distract you from your own path. Every life unfolds at a different pace, and your journey carries a purpose that cannot be measured against someone else's timeline. The progress you are making now is exactly what your future requires. The struggles you once faced were never meant to define you. They were moments that revealed the strength already living inside your spirit. That strength will now support the life you are building as new opportunities continue to appear. Continue moving forward with confidence, because the work I have begun in your life is not finished. Each day brings you closer to the future that was preserved for you even during the hardest seasons. The provision surrounding your life is still expanding. For a long time, you carried the fear that everything could collapse without warning. You worried that one wrong step would erase the progress you fought so hard to achieve. Those thoughts followed you through many days and nights, quietly draining your strength. Yet even while those fears tried to surround you, I was protecting the foundation of your future.